Not you as a person, really the character. I mean, he's a lovable rogue. He obviously introduces Colette to so many things, and he's so wonderful for her in many ways, but he also publishes her works under his name and resists her sort of taking these works back. How important was it to you to play him as a very sympathetic and nuanced character?
Well, that's kind of you to say lovable rogue and very sympathetic, but at the end of the day, I suppose he's the sort of villain in that he married a 19-year-old girl and locked her in a room and then sold all her work as his own. But apart from that, he was a lovable rogue. You're right. You had to see what she saw in him, and you had to see that. Colette was never a victim of anyone, and certainly not her husband. And I think, he used her, but she used him to get out of Burgundy and be introduced into Parisian literary life. And I think it's true that he was, for all his faults, he was probably fun to hang out with and picked up the bar tab and was probably fun to be around. But he was also, in some ways, a sort of catalyst for not just Colette, but several writers who I suppose benefited from his brand. And really nowadays he'd be an editor or a PR guru. It was just unfortunate in those days he thought of himself as a writer, which he wasn't.
And Keira, incredible performance at the heart of the film, and I don't imagine it was very difficult for Wash to convince you to take this part of an incredibly complex, interesting woman. But what was it that drew you to, why did you want to play Colette?
Oh, you read the script and you just go, yes. I knew nothing about her, so I'd watched Gigi, and I'd read Cherie and The Last of Cherie, but I didn't know anything about her story, and I just thought it was so extraordinary and so sort of topical, and that she explored herself, and she lived naturally. She lived without shame, and she explored her sexuality without shame, and she found her voice, and she, if the world didn't fit her, then she carved a hole in the world and she made it fit. And I think I felt very tall playing her, and I hope that the experience of watching her makes you feel tall.
Well, enjoy the film. Thank you guys so much for congratulating.